The Billionaire's Secret. Prologue. Whispers of a mysterious island have always lingered among the world's most powerful and influential. The island, privately owned by an enigmatic billionaire named Alaric Draven, is said to be the vault for a secret so devastating, so world altering, that its discovery could bring humanity to its knees. No one has ever returned from the island to tell the tale, and it remains shrouded in secrecy. Chapter 1. The Invitation. Dominic Blackwood, a seasoned journalist known for uncovering hidden truths, receives an anonymous letter. The letter contains coordinates to a remote island and a simple message: uncover the truth. The world needs to know. Intrigued by the message, Dominic decides to investigate, despite warnings from his colleague. He boards a private plane, determined to unveil whatever secret lies buried on the island. As the plane touches down on the secret island, he is greeted by a lone figure, a man named Malachi, who claims to be Alaric Draven's assistant. Chapter 2. The Island of Illusions. Malachi escorts Dominic through the dense jungle, where the air is thick with humidity and the scent of earth. The island, though beautiful, feels ominous, as if every tree and rock is watching. As they walk, Dominic notices strange symbols carved into the trees and hears whispers in the winds. Malachi leads him to a grand mansion at the island's center, a stark contrast to the wild surroundings. Inside the mansion is filled with cutting edge technology, but it is the paintings and the artifacts that catch Dominic's eye. Each piece seems to depict apocalyptic visions, cities in ruins, oceans swallowing continents, and the sky ablaze. Malachi begins to reveal the history of the island, explaining that Alaric Draven was obsessed with the concept of human extinction. He believed that the world was on the brink of a catastrophic event, one that could be triggered by a single, well guarded secret. Chapter 3. The Legacy of Alaric Draven. Dominic is led into a hidden room, accessible only by a biometric scan. Inside, he finds a collection of diaries and research papers that detail Alaric's descent into madness. Alaric was a visionary, but his genius was corrupted by a discovery he made, a discovery that could reshape reality itself. Alaric's research led him to the island, where he found something ancient and powerful buried deep within its core. The writings suggest that this something was not of this world, and that it held the power to manipulate the very fabric of existence. As Dominic reads on, he learns that Alaric, fearing the implication of his discovery, chose to isolate himself on the island, keeping the secret hidden from the rest of the world. But Alaric's fear grew, and he began to lose his sanity, believing that even knowing the secret would doom humanity. Chapter 4. The Experiment. Dominic discovers that Alaric's secret was not just theoretical danger but something he had attempted to harness. Malachi, who reveals himself as Dominic's loyal follower, explains that they had conducted experiments on the island, trying to control the ancient power. Malachi takes Dominic into a laboratory deep within the island, where Alaric's final experiment took place. The lab is in ruins, with shattered glass and broken equipment scattered around. In the center of the room is a large, cylindrical chamber, heavily reinforced and glowing with an eerie light. Malachi tells Dominic that the chamber contains the essence of the ancient power, a force that can alter reality. Alaric's final experiment was meant to unlock this power, but it went horribly wrong. The power began to consume the island, warping time and space, and creating anomalies that have kept the island hidden from the rest of the world. Chapter 5. The Revelation of the Unseen. As Dominic delves deeper, he begins to experience strange phenomena. Time seems to stretch and compress, and he hears voices, not his own. The island's reality is becoming unstable. Malachi confesses that the experiment never truly ended. It has been ongoing, feeding on the island's energy and growing stronger each day. Dominic realizes that the true secret Alaric discovered was not just the power but a living entity, something beyond comprehension. It has been feeding on the island's inhabitants, growing in strength, and soon will be powerful enough to escape its confinement. Malachi begs Dominic to help him stop it, to destroy the island and the entity before it can break free. Dominic, however, is torn. He is a journalist driven by the need to uncover the truth, but he also understands the catastrophic consequences of letting the entity loose upon the world. Chapter 6. The Final Decision. Dominic faces the ultimate choice: destroy the island and the entity, burying the truth forever, or let the world know, risking untold devastation. As he contemplates, the entity begins to reach out to him, offering him visions of what it could create: a new world where the laws of nature are rewritten, where humanity can evolve beyond its limitations. But these visions are tainted with horror. Dominic sees flashes of a world consumed by chaos, where reality itself becomes a nightmare. He realizes that the entity does not seek to help humanity, but to dominate and reshape it into something monstrous. In a final desperate act, Dominic decides to destroy the island. With Malakai's help, they rig the lab with explosives, intending to trigger a chain reaction that will collapse the island into the ocean and taking the entity with it. Epilogue: The secret lives on. As the island begins to crumble, Dominic makes a final recording detailing everything he has learned. He sends it out on a secured frequency, hoping it will reach someone who can prevent the entity from ever being discovered again. The island sinks into the ocean, taking Dominic, Malakai, and the entity with it. But as the last remnants of the island disappear beneath the waves, Dominic's final message is received by an unknown party. In a dark room, far away from the island, a shadowy figure listens to Dominic's recording. They smile, recognizing the potential of the entity, and begin to making plans to recover. As the screen fades to black, the final revelation comes. The shadowy figure is not a human, but a projection of the entity itself. It had already escaped the island long ago and was merely waiting for someone like Dominic to ensure it would reach the world. This entity's influence had spread far beyond the island, and the world was already under its control. Dominic's sacrifice was in vain. The world is not in danger, it has already been lost. The entity had been waiting for humanity to realize its doom, and now, with a smirk on its face, it prepares to unleash its full power upon the world. The nightmare has not just begun, it already was too late to stop it. The end. This was the story of the billionaire's secret.